Hello, welcome to your 20-minute morning mobility practice. So for this practice, the assumption is that you would have just gotten up in the morning or maybe a nap, and maybe you've done part of your morning ritual or all of your morning ritual. Maybe you've brushed your teeth, washed your face, maybe even relieved yourself, and you're already on your mat, ready to move, but you also don't have a lot of time. So if you're like me, there's not a lot of time in the morning to get up and work and do your stuff, but you also know you need about 20 minutes to just get the body going and to get the mind and the body sort of connected to start your day right. So for this practice, all we need is 2 blocks and we'll get started. So please be on a seated position, and if you need to do so, you can sit on a blanket or one of your bolsters, or you can even roll your mat like so, just to bring the hips a little bit higher than your knees to neutralize the spine. And so I want you guys to start sitting nice and tall, crown of the head reaching towards the ceiling. And then rub your palms together just to warm it up. And then rest the palms towards your head, your eyes, just kind of closing in and noticing what feels tense. Of course, this is first thing in the morning, so maybe the entire body feels tight, but maybe there are places that are extra tight or stressed out or just naughty. Rub your palms together. Place your right hand on your left shoulder and your left hand on your right. And maybe even giving yourselves a little bit of massage here and there, maybe tilting the body forward and back, and then left and right. And maybe your fingers are pressing against your traps here, feeling the movement, but also kind of expressing some self-love, some self-care here. And then rubbing the palms one more time. And then place your left palm on your right waist and your right hand on your left waist. Starting this practice, this very short practice with the breath, because we know the breath is very important and we need to link these movements with the breath. So take an inhale through your nose. Open the mouth and slowly sigh it out. Ha. Inhale through the nose. Exhale, slowly sigh. Inhale one more time. And then exhale. And if it's already kind of part of your practice, introducing Ujjayi breath here at this point, which is inhaling and exhaling through the nose, and feeling some vibration here in the back of the throat, kind of like you're imitating a light snore. Or some of you may just want to breathe normally, inhale through the nose and exhaling through the mouth, which is not bad at all. You just want to be able to breathe purposefully and consciously. Really feeling the belly inflate as you inhale. And exhale. Feel it coming in. Let's take a few breaths just like that. Inhaling. Exhaling through the nose or the mouth. Inhaling in. Exhaling. Now release your hands. Cross a different shin. And if you were sitting hips on heels, you can go ahead and sit on your bums, but cross at the shins. And we'll start with little torso circles here. So press your palms on top of your knees or your thighs. And just start to do these subtle torso circles, kind of feeling this circular motion. Maybe inhaling as you come up and exhaling as you go down. But some folks actually feel comfortable inhaling as they go down and exhaling as they come up. So listen to your body and you kind of know what works best for you. And then let's reverse the motion here. Torso circles are a good way for us to kind of just release the lower back, a bit of lengthening in the sides. Let's do one or a couple more. Let's come down to your center. Place your left hand down towards the mat and then inhale your right arm up, bending that left elbow. Feeling a lateral stretch on your right waist. Inhale, lift the right arm up, plant the right hand. Inhale, left arm rises, exhale down. So be as fluid as you can be, but just remember to inhale as the body rises. And feeling spacious in the chest, like you're just sliding down an imaginary wall. But now you want to activate all five fingers of your hand, reaching up and over. One last time on the right side. And then slowly release. Lean back with your hands, and your fingers can point towards the front of the room, but place your feet in front of you, wider than hip width apart, and blast your heart open already. And then just do these little sways with your shoulders, and you're squeezing your shoulder blades towards the spine. And feel free to really be fluid with this movement. This can take any shape you want. You can turn the fingers backwards or to the side, but let the chest and the muscles in the upper back dance. Opening up the chest, maybe the neck wants to be along with the party. Keeping the face soft, keeping the jaw relaxed. And then don't forget to reverse the motion, so starting inward now with the shoulders. And it'll feel different. For some of you or some of us, this will feel a little bit more awkward coming in. Or you just sway side to side. There's no wrong movement here. And then come back to center. Inhale here, the knees pointing to the ceiling, and then exhale, drop both knees to the right. Without a hurry, inhale center, exhale, drop both knees to the left. So these are very conscious windshield wipers. You may not have a lot of time this morning for this practice, but you also want to make your movements just as meaningful. So you don't want to just press the eject button and get to the next point. Bring your knees to center. Cross at the shins and then make your way to quadruped or hands and knees. And then before you get to our automatic cat-cow, because I know that's what you guys are thinking, make sure you consciously place your hands underneath your shoulders, knees underneath the hips. If you have any wrist problems, you can walk your hands forward a couple of inches to lessen the compression, or use your blocks to let the floor kind of meet you halfway. So spread your fingers. And before we start, I want you guys to just swing your hips left and right like a typewriter. You can even squeeze your knees together and exaggerate this movement, keeping the neck soft and neutral. And then let's get back to the knees right underneath the hips. Walk your hands towards the left side, towards your shins, and then inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, feel that lateral stretch on your right side. Toes can be tucked. Drop your head. And then inhale, walk your hands over to the right side. Feel the stretch over on the left waist. Inhale to lengthen, exhale, drop and deepen. Slowly walk the hands forward. And yes, let's get to it. So inhale, drop the belly, lift your tailbone, lift your gaze, open the chest, cow this pose. Exhale, belly contracts first. Tuck your tailbone, push the floor away. Head comes down last. Cat pose. Inhale, drop the belly. Take your time. Head is the last part of the body to move. And then exhale, round the spine. Feel some strength in your arms and drop your head. Do about 3 or 4 more cat-cows, whatever is to your desire. But just make sure that you make these movements kind of meaningful and try not to think about the day just yet. Just be in the moment and enjoy this spinal dance. Let's do one more. Always integrating and linking the breath with the movement has to happen. And then come to neutral. Separate your knees apart. And then maybe the feet can also be apart. Walk your hands forward. And on an inhale, drag the torso forward. Lift your feet. Come up to a lazy up dog. Shoulders down away from the ears. Blast your heart open. Exhale, push back, child's pose. We're not going to linger here. Inhale, push your torso forward. Hips forward. Rise up. Exhale, push back, child's pose. Let's do this 2 more times. Inhale. Go with your breath if you have to. If I'm going too fast for your taste or for your pace this morning, please honor your body and listen to the breath. Exhale, child's pose. Get into a full child's pose, maybe lengthening the arms, elbows away from the mat. Drop your forehead either to a block or on the floor. Inhale, lengthen the arms. Exhale, open the mouth. Slowly come forward to your quadruped or hands and knees. Knees underneath the hips. Tuck your toes in the back. Shift your hips to the back first before you lift them up, downward facing dog. So mobilize in this down dog. Please pedal the feet, bend the knees. You can even round the spine first. Let your neck dance. Swing your hips left and right. Bring your heels to the left and the right. Really kind of listening to what your body or how your body is feeling today and not trying to force anything. Think of fluidity instead of rigidity. Grab the sides of the mat with your hands. Widen the feet, mat width apart. Inhale, bend the legs, lift the heels, push your hips up. Exhale, open the mouth, heels melt, downward facing dog. Externally rotate the upper arm bones. Drop your head, push the thighs back, and spread your sitting bones apart. Inhale here. Exhale. Slowly look forward. Let the hands walk back to downward facing distance and walk your feet towards your hands. You can even kind of lift the heels inch by inch, making your way towards the top of the mat. And then bend the legs, soften at the knees, forward fold. You can grab elbow to elbow, finding your dangle, swing the hips left and right, shaking the head yes and no. One more breath here. Release the hands. From the front, inhale, rise with the torso and the arms. Watch your palms connect. Push your hips forward. Squeeze your glutes. Exhale, hands to heart center. Inhale, rise with the arms. Hinge from the hips. Soften the knees. Find your forward fold. Drop your head. Hands on the block or on the mat. Inhale, rise, halfway lift, hands on the shin or on blocks. Exhale, bend the legs, plant your palms, step back into a plank pose. We're just going to stay here in plank for a few breaths and really activate the back legs. Lengthen the tailbone towards the heels. And some of us may want to kind of rock back and forth, waking up the feet. The fascia of the feet, really want to kind of start stretching here. If we know this day we're going to be wearing our shoes or on our feet, standing a lot. A lot of you out there are nurses, medical staff who are on their feet the whole day. Thank you for what you do, by the way. But starting to wake up the toes and the feet. And then plant your knees down. Plant your right foot outside of your right hand. Hands can be on the block here if you want. And start to rock forward and back. Rocking is a good thing for those of us who don't quite know where our body wants to take us, and we just want to move. We just want to open it up. We want to mobilize. Listening to the front of the left hip and the back of that right leg, keeping the knees soft. And then come here on your lunge. Hands can remain on the block. Turn your toes to the right side. Right hand inside your right thigh. And slowly just drop your left hip, twist towards the right. Toes can be tucked or untucked in the back. Breathe here, yogis. Inhale. Exhale, release the toes to the front and then shift your hips back to a half split. Again, being soft in the knee. Let your toes flex towards your face, really stretching the soles of the feet. Inhale forward. Release the blocks. Plant the hands down. Come back to your quadruped. Swing the hips left and right. Do a cat-cow. About a couple of breaths here. Maybe some knee circles. Just release the body. And then plant the left foot outside of your left hand. Hands can be on the blocks once again. And then start to do those rocks that we just did earlier. Try not to push your hips too far back. We're really just mobilizing here, listening to the fronts of the hips and the backs of the legs. And I hope that you guys are still breathing. Inhaling as you come forward. Exhaling as you come back. Please move as fast or as slow as your body needs you to. So inhale, come forward with that lunge. Turn your toes to the left, right hand underneath your face, left hand inside your left thigh. Drop your right hip down and inhale, twist towards the left side. Toes in the back can be tucked or untucked. Lengthen the spine and feel this twist kind of here in the mid-back. Your shoulders are reacting, but your neck remains soft. And then slowly release to the front. You can grab the other block for your half split, half Hanumanasana. Let the toes smile towards your face. Stretching the soles of the feet, listening to the tissues behind that left knee. Please soften the knee if you have to. Inhale. And then exhale, release. Slowly walk the hands forward. Release the hands. Come back to your quadruped. We just have a few moves before we're done. Bring your belly all the way down to the mat. You can drop your forehead down. But I want you guys to get your hands out wide and make teepees with your fingers beyond your fingertips. Feet are spread wide and you're pressing the tops of the feet. Lift the heart a little bit, lift the forehead a little bit, and to start doing these wiggles in the upper back. Squeezing the shoulder blades towards the spine. Wiggling the fascia in the upper back. Doing this little bit of dance is so good. Keep pressing to the feet. A couple more breaths here. Same thing, think of fluidity and not rigidity. And then slowly walk your hands underneath the shoulders. And then on an inhale, press up against the tops of the feet. Maybe the knees are off the mat, hips on the mat. Lift your heart up, lift your head up, lift your hands off the mat. Feel the muscles in the upper back organized with the muscles in the chest to open up. Exhale, hands down, forehead down. 2 more times. Inhale, heart widens. Forehead lifts, hands lift. Breathe. Exhale, hands down. 1 more time. Inhale, heart lifts, forehead lifts, and then the hands. Squeeze the glutes. Strengthen the upper back muscles. Exhale, hands down, forehead down. Slowly lift your torso up. Push the hips back, down, child's pose. Make a pillow with your hands underneath the forehead. Come back to the breath. Slowly slide your hands underneath the shoulders. Roll your torso up. Bring your knees out together. Rub your palms one more time. And then place them on your chest. You've set up the body. You've set up the mind. You've set up the breath. And hopefully this is how things remain for the rest of your day. Press your palms to prayer at the heart, thumbs touching your chest. Inhale and exhale, bow down to your practice. Namaste. I hope you have a good rest of your day.